I'd like to welcome everyone to a happy new year, 2026. Have some game footage for you that I would like to share with you today. I am playing the Keya Golf Course in Japan. Looks like I'm going to be playing this stroke play, double bogey, unlimited mulligans. I'm sorry, double par, unlimited mulligans, easy pin position. We're going to do auto putt, sea level altitude. Green speeds are going to be fast and no wind conditions. The cool thing about this little footage that I'm sharing with you is it's just me experimenting a little bit more. You can see I'm going to play from the silver tees, just trying to figure all this out and figure out what all my options are. But basically, I have playing the SkyTrak software off of my iPad. That's what you see in front of me. It looks like it's on a little robotic arm. And then actually what's recording my swing footage is my iPhone. I had an idea that I'd have my AirPods connected to my iPhone so that it could pick up my commentary. But the one wild and crazy thing about Apple devices is the AirPods know which device you're in front of, so it'll switch to it. So it started off paired to my iPhone, and then it ended up switching over to my iPad, which messed up the audio portion. But it looks like I'm starting off here with a par 4, 347 yard, hole number 1. I believe I have the 6-iron in my hand. You guys know I like to hit my 6-iron as a starter, especially when I'm just kind of warming up. Looks like I caught that one pretty pure. Drove it out there about 170 yards. Really, really ideal. Other thing I want you guys to notice, as I'm actually set up on my back porch. Let's go ahead and hit this shot here. So still have 6-iron in hand, so this is back-to-back 6-irons with the intention of hopefully landing on the green. Again, made some really good contact with that. Looks like I looped it around just like I needed to, but didn't quite get all of it. I think in the video I say I caught it slightly fat, but it is what it is. Went ahead and pulled out my 58 degree. Put in a lot of practice after hours and finally got this thing dialed in. So these are my first chips from with the 58 degree after I had that little fiasco the other day where I couldn't seem to make anything. I couldn't seem to chip anything. So here's a little chip about 23 yards. Nice contact. I believe we dropped it right into the gimme zone 3 foot away. So that was a good play right there. Anyway, what I was saying earlier was that I have this whole setup broken down. Took it to my back porch. It's a beautiful day here in Texas today on January 1st, 2026. It's nice and warm outside. A little bit, the humidity was low, but you can see it was just a beautiful day. So decided to set up on the back porch and again, just try some different type of footage, try some different types of methods to capture this gameplay. One thing you'll notice is my image, it's like a 4:3 perspective because that's what the iPad projects when you do a screen record. It doesn't do like a full 16:9 like you would used to seeing on the when I play with my gaming PC. So this looks like what is this, 175? Yeah, probably stuck with the 6-iron here as well. And sometimes I can tell by just looking at the bag because my golf clubs are right there at the bottom right-hand corner. So I'm pretty sure we went back-to-back 6-irons here. Usually that's my play when I'm trying to warm up. One of the things I talk about too was my swing anxiety when I'm inside. I think I mentioned before that I don't have the swing anxiety, scared to hit the roof of my garage. Hit this shot. Again, really good contact with the 6-iron. Just a little short, but again, I am warming up, and as this round progresses, you will see it starts to get dialed in a little more. The distances start to come in. So took the 58 degree out again because again, this seems to be doing a lot better after I put that work in. So Just going to try to chip this 20, 26, 27 yards is what I was targeting when I set up behind this. Again, happy with the contact. Nice little syncopated swing. Just didn't get enough distance, but again, I was just really happy with the contact at this point. It was going straight. It was getting up in the air. Was not, blading off to the side. So very happy with the contact today. At some point, I want to say maybe the first or second par four or par five, I was ready to pull the 3-wood out because I can actually I could just make better contact when I'm outside in this particular setup. But I do think it's just a mental thing of hitting inside the house versus hitting outside the house. You can see our dog and our cat. They play in the backyard whenever it's beautiful days like this. So it looks like I have 134 yards. I probably took an 8-iron. Looks like I caught it pretty clean, nice shot shape, and dialed it in. Yeah, that would have been an 8-iron if it carried that far. Yeah, 132, 133 total. That was an 8-iron for sure. The one thing I like about this, when I play in this particular setup with the iPad paired to the SkyTrak, is the fast gameplay. Since we do have auto putt on, you can just see me kind of just zoom through these holes, just because it's quick and it's responsive, and we're not spending a whole lot of time, doing a lot of calculations. You can see there I have to actually aim by touching the screen on the iPad to position it where I want to aim to. Here's a 3-wood, so I think this is the first 3-wood of the day. Just checking on our dog. I remember that shot was just solid. It did feed out, so my first shots tend to kind of bleed out to the to the right till I get my shoulders in sync and everything kind of squared up. This shot does get a lot better throughout this round. Left myself with a little bit of a challenge here. I have to hit in between trees, out of the rough. Still got 200 plus yards to go. I want to say I stuck with the 3-wood again, or I might have picked up a 5. I can't remember here. The way that I'm positioning this ball flight makes me think I stuck with the 3-wood. Yep, I sure did. So again, just went with the whole philosophy that this hole played to this shot shape. So made great contact with it. You can see it feeding back towards the hole. You don't get as much distance again because the live penalties are on. So that does affect the ball flight. Looks like I have just about 90, 95 to 100 yards left. The one thing that's kind of hard about hitting outside in this setup is if you notice how high the net is, it's not very high. It dips in the middle. It's probably maybe about, yeah, that's what I'm kind of explaining here, is that inside the garage I have it tacked up with the bungee cord, so it pulls it more like about 7.5 feet up. But out here, that little dip, I don't have anything to kind of pull it up, so it sits at about, I want to say maybe 6 feet, 6.5 feet. What I was kind of explaining there is that if I pull that net out towards me, I have a better chance of it hitting the net so it doesn't go over the top. This would have been an approach wedge, and you can see how close I was to the net. I dialed it in, hit my 100-yard mark, I believe, which was perfect. That was a perfect shot into the pin. That would have put me on the green, and let's see, that would have been my third shot, I believe. I can't remember. 4.7. Yeah, so it parred. I got a par on that. So that was my third shot into the green. Landed on the green, and it 2-putted for me. this point, I just remember feeling really relaxed, so the 3 wood was just an easy option. I don't even think yeah, I did adjust it here. So I did kind of tend to favor that shot that kind of fades in. So I believe that's the shot that I played here. Was looking to just take it over those bunkers and bring it back to the center. Nice, easy swing. Nice high cut. Comes right back to the center of the fairway. Just right center. Looks like I'm a little blocked out right there, but I believe I have a run at it. It's 129 yards. I probably am going to pick up an 8 iron. Yeah, that's an 8 iron. So I'm pretty sure what I was discussing with you guys is I'd rather carry this into the green than try to hit the exact 124 number underneath the pin. So let's just see. I don't even remember if I made it onto the green with this one, but I felt like at this point I was getting closer to dialed in. Nice easy swing. I pushed this one. I remember saying that I pushed it, but I was happy with the contact. Do have my microphones on order, but again, I'm recording this audio as a just a soundtrack over this compiled version of the iPhone and the iPad in OBS Studio, and then now I'm just replaying it back, recording the audio portion of it. Again, nice little chip, nice contact. Rolled it onto the green. Thought I was going to get enough run out because of the way that the green was running, but I didn't. But again, I just want to. The takeaway here was that again, I'm making contact again with the 58 degree, like I had been during those simulator golf tour rounds that I captured, rounds 1 and 2, where I racked up a fifth place victory there. So what I anticipate when I upload this is that the audio is going to be 10 times better than it has been. And that's what I actually expect once I get the microphones. They are on order, so they should be here Sunday, I believe. 3 wood. No, that wasn't a 3 wood. I doubled. That would have been a 6 iron, maybe a 5. I didn't. I should have paid attention to it. It was a 6 or a 5. With that type of distance, that's what I would anticipate. With 110 yards left, I'm pretty sure I would have grabbed a pitching wedge or erred on the side of caution and grabbed a 9 iron. This feels more like it would have been a pitching wedge territory. I'm pretty sure I'm saying some insightful things there, laugh out loud. I know when I was setting up for this shot, I was really trying to get that draw. And I did. If you notice, the ball started, it would have started on the center line. It drew to the left, dropped it in there. And I think at that one, I think I dropped a yard darts. So we landed inside the gimme circle. I think that's my first birdie. Yep, first birdie in this round. You can see the course software is not bad on an iPad, and this is a screen recording, so it's pretty true to what I was seeing visually. Looks a lot better though because there was a bunch of sun behind me. I think I was contemplating here was whether I was going to pull out a 6 iron or go with a 7. I think ultimately I said let's just go ahead and play the 3 wood. No, we actually went with the 5 iron here. At least that's what's in my hand right now. pretty sure we went to 5 iron. I think my thought process here was because I have a tree that's about midway down there. As long as I can get the ball in the air, I felt like I'd be able to carry that and get past that tree or just around it. But let's see what happens here. I think I was happy with the contact, but then I pulled it. Yeah, that's what it was. Yep, so I went ahead and played it. I don't think I mulliganed it. I said, let's go ahead and deal with this because we got to figure out how to get out of trouble. So I left it, and then I said, all right, let's just get out of this. Let's get out of this trouble. I think I stuck with the 5 iron. Let me see here. I still have it in my hand. Might have changed clubs. Yeah, that if I have 113, that's going to be a pitching wedge. So I guess my philosophy here was to punch it out, try to get it in the center of the fairway, and then attack the pin. Again, those trees, I'm not sure if they came into play during this shot, but I know that was on my mind. Yep, lifted it in the air, just over the trees, and landed in the center. So that was the play. That leaves me, I think it's 154 yards left, so that's going to be a 7 iron likely into the green. Yeah, if I saw that 150 number, that would have been a 7 iron, or this will be a 7 iron. See my dog rolling around in the back. Nice contact. Drawing towards the pin, and that was a great approach shot. Had the right shot shape for this and everything. I think in the video I said if I gave it a little more muscle, I would have been, in that birdie zone. But to be honest with you, we played out of a poor drive, and we ended up, I believe, I believe it gave us a bogey. Okay, par three, 112 yards. This is pitch and wedge territory. Yeah, looks like I grabbed the pitching wedge. There's a chance I could have grabbed a 9 though. Let's see here. I can tell by the distance if it goes, 120-ish. Yeah, it didn't. Stuck with the pitching wedge underneath the hole. Probably should have grabbed the 9 iron. So here's the 58 degree again. Just trying to get as many cycles in as possible. I do plan on playing my simulator golf tour rounds tomorrow. I'm going to have this type of setup here as well, outside. Nice little chip. I think we dropped this in. Yep, sure did. Just left it 5 foot away from the hole. That was a very good chip. Saved par. Notice the score is at +1. When I play these courses, I really try to shoot +10 or under for you guys. Okay, this is the 9th hole. I think we're about to make the turn. I think I get myself in a little bit of trouble here, but so there's some trees that you see right there in the center. My thinking was aim at these trees and fade it back to the center. I think I got a little quick with my hips, and I end up, I think, pulling it to the left-hand side of these trees. I do believe I cleared them. I'm trying to remember now. Yeah, there's the pool. But I actually clear all the all the trees, so it worked out. Nice 204 yard drive, and at least be 250 to the pin from there. I think I have green light again to go with the 3-wood. We'll see here in a minute. Probably just change my aiming more to the left-hand side. Yeah. Yeah, I think I was saying that, even if I don't make it all the way up to the pin, if I can land underneath the hole, that would be great. But I want to say this one I might have got caught up in the trees, but let's see here. There's a There's some trees right there off to the upper left-hand side. I know I was happy with the contact, but I don't think I got it high enough to clear those trees. And yep, sure enough, right underneath them. So this left me with an odd position here in terms of distance. It's 87 yards. My 90-yard club is a sand wedge, and I think I was contemplating on should I hit the approach wedge or should I hit the sand wedge. Let's see if I can tell which club I grab. I was concerned about the overhang as well to see if I was going to hit that branch. So I put the 3-wood up, and it looks like I actually went with the approach wedge. Yep. So we took basically our 100-yard club that was dialed in for the tournament. I think I just said if I can catch this clean and get it over the branch, then I'll be in good shape. And just like that, I barely cleared that branch, but I did land on the green. So that actually two-putted for me and gave me par. So not bad, just sitting at +1 at the turn. I want to say this is a par 70 course, not a par 72. Because if I'm at +1 and my score currently was 36, that makes me think that it's a par 70. Go back and review that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. You can see here I'm feeling pretty relaxed with the 3-wood, so I went ahead and said, let's go. This fairway is also 44 feet down, so we expect it to run after we make contact. Did pull it across my body. It did get out there. I want to say in the brush. I believe I play this out. I don't know. Yeah, I did. I played this one out because again, I think I was saying, we got to figure out how to get out of these situations and not just hit the mulligan every single time. So I decided I was going to go ahead and hit a 5-iron, try a little punch shot underneath the branches, just to get it back to the fairway or just to the light rough. That's what I was thinking. So here's me playing the 5-iron back in my stance, choked up a little bit. Going to take like an aggressive putt type stroke at it. Kept it low, ran it out. A little more and it would have been on the fairway, but in all honesty, I was really happy with that shot. So looks like we're 100 yards out. I want to say this is probably an approach wedge. Might be a pitching wedge just to ensure we get the distance. I'll be able to tell after we hit this because there is lie penalty on. Great contact. Got it in the air. And it's short, so that makes me think I went with an approach wedge and probably should have gone with a pitching wedge. All right, so again, give us a chance to do some chipping out of the bunker here. Get that 58-degree dialed in more. I think I was happy with this. I might have landed it in this circle. Yep, sure did. Just about 4 feet away from the cup, so ended up getting a bogey there, but I worked my way out of the issue that I got myself into off the drive. So I think if the weather remains, you know, pretty consistent and nice, I'm gonna just stick with this format on the back porch. I just feel a little more relaxed back there. Okay, looks like we got the green light for the 3-wood here. Trying to take it at that bunker. Oh, I don't know if this is the shot that I split the bunkers. Low trajectory. Yep, comes back right in the middle. So that's a good look back into it. 128, that's going to be 128 is likely going to be an 8-iron. Yep, looks like I grabbed the 8-iron for this shot because it plays 138. And that's because it's uphill. If you see that the arrow is pointing up 28 feet, that means that I'm hitting upwards. So I have to calculate that into the swing. Right there underneath it, it says it plays like 138. So my 140 club is the 8-iron. I think that's what I said. If I can hit it 140, that'd be a great shot. And I did not hit it 140. I topped it, but I did get it down there closer to the hole. Put that 8-iron right back and grab the 58 degree. Yep, that's what we did. Grab the 58 degree. Really nice tempo to that chip. Didn't get the run out I thought I was going to get, but again, really happy with the direction, with the weight of that chip. If you saw the tempo, it was very, pendulum-esque. That's what I need. So 131-yard par 3 coming up here. That's going to be an 8-iron. I think I might have told myself though this plays like 126 and it's down 15, so I might have taken a 9-iron at this. Let me see. Nope, I grabbed the 8-iron. The 8-iron is on the far left-hand side of my bag, so that's what it looked like I grabbed. Great contact. This got really high into the air, and I want to say I got close to a bird. Yep, got some backspin off of it. .123, 120. Yeah, I am contemplating whether I did grab the 9-iron. Doesn't matter. It was a great shot. Ended up walking away with par. Okay, got a par 4, 316. This is the shot I was talking about. So you see there's a bunker on the bottom right, and there's a bunker on the upper left. I literally said, okay, I want to try to play my shot that goes at the bunker and tails away, tails into the fairway. I wanted a low trajectory on this too, so I can get some run out. I hit my shot, hit the low trajectory, split the bunkers. That was an excellent shot. I ended in the rough, but hey, come on, that was a great shot. When I play in this setup outside, I do have to set the iPad in direct mode to the SkyTrak. So basically, they're connected via their own wireless network to each other. And that's just because my wireless signal in the backyard is not very strong. And it would be basically just dropping the signal, making it really difficult to play a hole. So 131, 140, this is an 8-iron. Dead center to that hitting net that I have out there. Did pull it though, didn't get all of it. But again, underneath the hole, give me another chance to chip with the 58 degree. Nice contact, good tempo. Just over the hole, but again, very, very happy with the contact. If you saw it check up, that means that I got some backspin on it. And you can see it right there, 74.98. That's the backspin I got on that chip. So that's what you want. That way they can stick onto the green just like a Velcro. 310 yard par 4. Pretty sure we said 3 wood, and pretty sure we said aim at that tree. Let's see how this worked out for me. Really happy with the contact. There's the cut away from the tree. So that was a perfect shot right there. Now I have a really good look into the pin, which is in the back left-hand corner of the green. 112, that's going to be pitching wedge range. And that's what I grabbed. That's me going and getting after Miles. There's another dog in that back corner. And anytime he's back, that other dog is out. He just goes wild and attacks the fence. But he's all bark, no bite. I remember being really happy with that contact. Just kept telling myself, I don't think I got it all. I did know that there's a little valley right there that it runs out. I was thinking I was going to get more of a run and landed up on the green, but I didn't. So again, another opportunity to dial in the 58 degree, and that's exactly what we did here. Nice little swing. Drop it in the gimme circle into 4 feet away. So very, very good. After this, when I played this course, the Keya course, I played another course. I didn't record my swing camera though. I just wanted to record the SkyTrak iPad round, and my intention was I wanted to try doing a voiceover on a game where it's just going to show the actual game footage. So I'll probably do that recording this evening after I've finished this one. I'll have that one loaded up as well. It's a beautiful course, by the way, that I play. 3 wood, trying to clear all those bunkers. That was my goal. I think this is the one where no, I thought I had a cart path. Did leave myself a little bit of a space here. So there's a very small window that I have to hit through here between 2 trees. And I'm contemplating the club. I think I ended up selecting a 5-iron just because it's going to give me some loft to get it in the air. I felt like I could control that shot, so I think I selected a 5-iron for this. I believe I was really happy with the end result. You see my animals running in the back. I mean, they absolutely love it this time of year here in Texas. So since this was a par 5, my intention was just get it down there closer and give myself a chance. And I absolutely striped a 5-iron, brought it back to the fairway, cleared the bunker, so I checked off every single box I needed to get out of that hazard area. Left myself a 58-yard shot, and here's where I contemplate, what club am I going to use? So I think I'm talking about the height again. That a lob wedge would have probably cleared that the top of that Go Sports net. So I think I go with the sand wedge here. just to keep a lower flight path. Yep. What with the sand wedge? That's exactly what's in my hand. And I'm talking about that exactly what I just told you guys. Because the thing is if I chip it, it's going to go over my house and it's going to end up in my neighbor's yard. So can't be doing that. Oh, I think I'm telling you guys that that's my 90-yard club. I can hit that 80 or 90 yards. So I need to take a more relaxed swing at it, which is what I do here. Nice little 3/4 swing. Pulled it across my body, but I am happy with the result. So it checks up on the green, comes back, and that gives us 2 putts for par. So that was pretty good play considering the drive went, awry. Then I had to split 2 trees, bring it back into the fairway. Alrighty, we are sitting at +3 after 16, which is a very good score. At this point, again, I'm feeling really relaxed with the 3-wood, so it's just green light anytime I see that type of fairway shape. Absolutely striped it down the center. I caught that one fat, didn't run out, but it went straight. 134 left. That's going to be an 8-iron. There's my dog again. And when I say my dog, he's actually my son's dog, but yeah, he's my dog too. I got a hold of this one. Got it on the green. Yep, so that 8-iron went exactly what it was supposed to go, 131 yards. I was hitting uphill, so I had to account for that. Again, that's normally a 140-yard iron, so did good there. Par 3, 17th. I believe I dropped this in yard darts. What's the distance? So 117, plays like 113. I'm going to see what I grabbed. Did I grab a 9 or did I grab a... Looks like a 9. Yeah, it was a 9-iron because I think I contemplated I'd rather be deeper into this green if I hit it far than underneath the hole. And that shot shape is perfect. Dropped it in, yard darts. 9 feet away, 1 putt for bird. So we're sitting at +2 when we go into 18. So this is the 18th hole. Really in a good position to meet my objective, which is +10 or under. This was an exceptional round, and the next round is even better than this one. So really looking forward to sharing that one with you guys as well. No spoilers here. I'll wait for that one. These are my last 2 or 3 shots. I think it takes me 3 to get to the green. Absolutely striped the 3-wood. Make great contact. I want to say I landed the bunker here. So again, yep, I did. But again, it's 200-yard drive out there, sitting nicely in the bunker. I think I was contemplating how close I was to the edge. So I might have been saying something along the lines of, I need to use a higher lofted club so that I can get it over that little lip. I think originally I had a 5-iron in my hand, and I decided to go with a 7-iron just because I felt like I can get underneath it more. and get it up and out of that bunker. So I end up going with the 7-iron, which again, a 7-iron's 150 yards for me. But again, we're coming out of the bunker. And we're going uphill 14 yards. So I would say that's a really great shot. It took some distance off, but I was hitting uphill. So that one carried 130, rolled out to 137. That was a really good shot with 7-iron. And I am in a great position here with 100 yards to go. Get it on the green. I want to say I probably had a pitching wedge in hand. Might have had an approach wedge. But absolutely great shot. I can probably tell just by the distance what I chose. Almost actually landed it in the birdie zone. But if that ball flight is 100, that is a pitching wedge from that distance. And finish the round off. So we'll just see the final score is a 74 total. And that does it.